if you go there, it's a student first, athlete second at those type of colleges. Think about Virginia. They returned that year. They won it. They returned four to five starters from been there since their freshman year. So I believe that the one and done teams tend to struggle because they don't, they got a superstar for 1 year. Now they got to go recruit again. Versus them building a nucleus. You see the top team, Gonzaga. You can't name one person been a one and done went to Gonzaga.
Yeah, you can't.
It never Baylor. You can't name one person out of Baylor was a one and done. That's the number 2 team in the nation. You can't. The Virginians, they keep student athletes. They're not into it for the fame. They're into it to build a program to get athletes to come here. That's why teams like Duke, they pay for it because they get the one and doners and they out here and they don't have no recruit class.
I mean, I'm with you on that, man. I'm definitely with you on that, man. It's just I'm with it, man. And I like to see teams to stay together. I grew up, in an era where there wasn't no one and dones. I mean, you grew up in the same era. And you had teams that, battled for a few years. Yep. You had Michael Jordan play to Patrick Ewing, it wasn't just 1 year, it was like 2 or 3 years they played. Mm-hmm. Or you had your Magic Johnson came out after a year. Him and Larry Bird had a classic and epic battle. But as far as, you used to see players go at it for at least for a couple of years before they went to the NBA, builded kind of rivalries, and they kept it going, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm happy. I'm happy with that, man. And it's just not your usual top fives. The season starts, like I said, on November 24th. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see what's cracking. Mm-hmm. That's the preseason top five and see what it do. We're gonna keep it going with this NCAA, man. You got your draft coming on November 18th. NBA draft November 18th. Here I found your top five. I found the top five picks, prospects for this year's draft. And number 1, they got LaMelo Ball. Number 2, they have Anthony LaMelo Ball, 6'7", 190 point guard. Okay. Anthony Edwards, 6'5", 225 shooting guard. You got James Wiseman, 7'1", 235. He's a center. You got Killian Haynes, 6'5", 185 point guard. And you got Denis Ordija.
Foreign guy.
I probably didn't pronounce it right.
But it's okay. We know what we're talking about.
6'9", 215. Okay. Small forward. We're gonna speak on this draft. What do you think Minnesota Timberwolves should do with their pick? Should they trade it up, or should they trade? What do you think they should do with this pick?
Well, they said you can get more out that number 1 pick. It depends who they trade with. Now, it would have to be a team that's really in need of players, athletes, and they need a star on their team. But if it's not worth them trading the number 1 pick, I wouldn't personally do it. I would get that LaMelo Ball.
You would get LaMelo Ball?
I'm telling you something about him. He's better than his brother for sure. We only going against him because his daddy. But the boy's an athlete. The boy can play. I think he's the best one of all the balls that I've seen play.
Wow. I think that I wouldn't pick him up. Not at the first pick, man. All right? I wouldn't pick him up. I don't think he's the one, man. His brother was supposed to be the nice one, man. He was supposed to be nice, but you know what? I do like his brother. His brother is nice. So I don't like the daddy. Just put it like that. Yeah. I don't like the daddy. He kind of hyped up his older son and made him to be this guy that he really wasn't. And then, he didn't let him do his natural thing of developing, of being a better player. So you expected so much out of him, and he didn't really deliver until this year. So I think his brother's kind of going to be the same way. Definitely, the middle brother, definitely what you would call trash is what you would call him. You might think you could beat him, but I doubt it.
But LaMelo Ball has been playing with professional athletes, so he has experience, and some of the players overseas is NBA athletes as well. So he held his own, Yeah. I figure he's coming in ready versus him like coming out of college, like the one and doneers we call him, are one and doneers. He's not a one and doneer. He's been playing professional basketball, just overseas.
He's still a diaper dandy to me, man. What do you think about this kid? I mean, do you think that's a good pick for Minnesota, or they should switch picks?
But Minnesota need athletes. They don't have a squad. No cat. They need to refurbish that team as well. So I would personally get him to start my team. I'll start my team with him. Got to. They need a star with it. They don't have an actual star that we can say, oh my God, he's going to bring this franchise up. Now, one per cat, they thought it was him. He needs to get up out of there. He need to go somewhere else. I wish my words could be him. We need to do you got
all options open for your Warriors with the number 2 pick, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, they can make a move and do what they want to do, and they can make some trades, man. I see the Warriors, man. They talking about making some moves, man. They talking about getting Ben Simmons over there. They talking about getting rid of Wiggins, getting Ben Simmons, LaMarcus Aldridge, and getting usually one top picks and coming back as a dynasty again. I mean, I'm like, hey, I hate the Warriors though.
You hate the Warriors?
No.
I look at it like this though. I was talking to my buddy, one of my buddies in the Bay Area. We got to talking about it. He was like, Ben Simmons can't shoot. But in an ideal situation, all he has to do is distribute the ball to the corner of the Clay. Get distribute to Curry. Curry don't have to do as much. And in an ideal situation, it does work. But we need a shooter. And he can't shoot. So
why do you need a shooter and you got 2 of the best shooters?
Well, I'll say this. We need one more actual shooter. Cut Klay Thompson off, Curry off. Who?
Why do you need another shooter?
We need a guy.
Who was your third shooter before KD came?
Harrison Barnes was there.
Not really a shooter. He can shoot. You're talking about a 7-foot guy basically. Come down, average a triple-double, and hold his own out there.
But KD can shoot.
Well, I said before KD. I'm talking about Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is that 7-footer who can damn near average a triple-double. He's gonna get you boards. Can take the ball handling responsibility out of Clay, out of Curry's hands. Distribute the ball and post up. I mean, he's perfect for y'all. You don't think so?
Yeah.
All right. I mean, are you who out of these top 5, man? Who do you actually think is the best one coming out of college this year?
Maybe that boy up out of Georgia or the boy up out of Memphis. They're the only 2 I can see that was like that impressed me. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I mean, them the only 2. Like the ball, we didn't really get no action at ball because we didn't really get to see him. They didn't really show him as much like they showed the Edwards and they showed your boy up out of Memphis. But the boy out of Memphis just, he only played a few games. You can see he's got potential. I like him, So I'm kind of pushing for that boy up out of Memphis. I'm pushing for him.
You pushing for the go ahead. I'm gonna go with the guy Georgia, Anthony Edwards, man, 6'5", 225. So it looks like he might be NBA ready at this moment and doing his thing. So that's my number 1 pick. But we're gonna be talking about college basketball a little bit later, man. Right now, man, we got the NCAA football going on, and COVID news is hitting them hard. Definitely in the SEC, man. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and run this thing about what's going on in the SEC, man. These COVID all this COVID stuff that's going on, man.
Well, breaking news. The Arkansas coach tested positive for COVID. Players from LSU tested positive for COVID. So their game is postponed with Bama, so they won't be playing this week. Texas A&M had a big outbreak, so their game is canceled against Tennessee. Mississippi State had one, and that again versus Auburn, so their game is postponed as well. So remember when we was telling you about them regions and them states?
Yeah.
Them big. You see when it got to the winter time, when it get flu season, see that SEC how it's all of a sudden now they're gonna have to reschedule games due to this, and it's like a chain reaction now. It's going down, down, down. It's winning. The whole conference is sick. So now they got to postpone games. And shout out to the Fighting Irish.
Okay.
The Notre Dame Fighting Irish upsetted the #1 team in the nation. They ain't done that since the last time Notre Dame did that. I was in 11th grade, 1993. That's when the great Rocket Ishmael was probably playing at that time. And so shout out to the Notre Dame Fighting Irish for upsetting Clemson Tide.
I mean, that was a hell of a game. Did you watch it?
Yeah, 2 overtimes.
2 overtimes, man. Mm-hmm. And the second overtime, man, Notre Dame defense came and stopped Clemson in their tracks. 2 sacks in a row to knock them back and doing backwards things. But shit, man. Shout out to Notre Dame, man, because I said that they weren't going to do anything. I thought they were going to fall off like they usually do. Mm-hmm. I said these weren't the teams of the Rockets, the Jerome Bettises, and all those type of things. But hey, man, what can I say, man? But hey, you always state, are they going to finish this season, man? This COVID outbreak is bad. It's hitting everywhere. Everywhere hard. Cities are starting to close down. States are starting to put more restrictions on us, man. Everything is changing. It's going back to where it was. We have the highest number of COVID cases in a day, highest hospitalizations. It's going on all over the country, and it's actually hitting these programs also too, big time, especially down there down south. I mean, what are you thinking about that?
Well, we got where we at right now. We're November 10th. Within this next 30 days, gonna tell us if it's going to still be a football season. These next 3 weeks are crucial with all these conferences playing each other. That's why they kept it in conference, which was smart for them to do. Everything, you don't play outside your conference. So if you're playing a team that has COVID, it's within the conference. You're not getting nobody else outside the conference sick. So within these next 30 days, will tell us if we're going to have bowl games or we're going to finish our season. That's what the sources are telling me.
Shout out, man, to the people that's out here, man. Leave some comments, man. What y'all think about this college season? Is it going to finish? Is it going to finish with just interruptions? Is it going to just finish as scheduled, or is it not going to finish at all, man? I would love to see what other people got to say.
What you guys got to say about that?
But I personally think, man, they're going to finish it. Like I say, it's all about the money. They're going to find a way to finish it by any means. Like Malcolm X says, by any means necessary, they're going to get to that money. And they ain't missing no more money. I mean, whether it puts people's lives at risk, I don't really think they care. You know what I'm saying? I think they like shit. Let's chase this bag. Let's get this bread. Really, man, with all these cancellations and postponements in the SEC, there's not really too many big games going on this week. But you got the Pac-12 going on week. Shout out to CU. Who they beat?
The UCLA. They beat that UCLA. That UCLA. That UCLA. They got UCLA a little run for their money.
Hell of a game at USC. They came back at the end and did their thing. I'm just excited to see. Any kind of sport, man. And college football, that's one of my things, man. So I'm just happy, man. I'm just happy, man. Who's your favorite to win, man? We got a new top 10, right?
Yeah, I got a new top 10. And this week's power rankings, Bama was idle last week, and they're gonna be idle again this week, but they're at number 1. We got Notre Dame moving from number 4 up to number 2. Some polls got them at number 1, but the AP got them at number 2 because Bama didn't play. Well, we'll see in the next 2 weeks if they move up. Then we got the Ohio State at number 3. We got the Clemson Tide. They dropped a few rankings, but they still in the top 5. They're at 4. Then we got Texas A&M, which won't play this weekend due to the COVID. Then we got the mighty, mighty Florida Gators. The mighty, mighty Gators. Got the Gators going at 6. And then we got the Cincy. Now, this is a team y'all need to watch out for. They're under the radar. Nobody really talking about them. And they're coming at number 7. Lucky number 7. Then I got the BYU. Brigham Young at number 8. And I got Miami, that MIA, at number 9. And I got my Indiana, the Hoosier State, at number 10 to wind out our top 10 AP poll for college football this week.
Man, my thing is, the Pac-12 only playing 1 week. They're a little bit behind schedule, man. When are one of them teams going to make the top 10? Or are they going to be able to make the bowl because they're behind schedule? Or, what's up with that? Or like I said, Pac-12 is
Way behind
the
schedule.
little league of the top 5 power conferences.
Oh,
But I mean, it's something you don't want to believe. But we're gonna see, man, as it rolls on and rolls out. You know that the Pac-12 is not ready, man. They gotta get game worthy and big game worthy. As I say, when I say big game got to get in that college playoff. And when they get in that college playoff, everything is everything's wide open. But I don't see them getting there. You might have 2 SEC teams and 2 Big Ten teams. You might have 2 SEC teams versus 2 ACC teams. You could have Bama and Georgia and Ohio, and let's go with Clemson and Notre Dame. You could have this thing comprised of 2 conferences, man. So we're going to see what's going on in this college football madness.
Well, Ms. JC say balls might not be played as scheduled, which is true. They might not be played because you got to think. We're postponing games in November, the middle of November, and they got to play at the end of November. How do you cram all those teams and bowl games in at the same time? So we might not even see the bowl games till after the New Year.
I mean, but you got to remember, but bowl games are usually after the New Year anyway.
They're really good. They're real good.
But you got to really remember that there's usually a big space, a big void from the end of November basically to the beginning of January or the end of December to where there's no college games played. You might have a bowl here or there that's played, but after you have those conference finals, you have a little void of probably about 2 to 3 weeks where there's hardly any college football. So they're going to do their makeup games there, and when they play these bowl games, they're going to be fresh and ready to go. Because I'm not a fan of really having these teams wait 3 to 4 weeks to play a game. Hey, man, let them keep playing, play their thing, play it as it happens. And let's see who made the best team win. Hey, that's what I'm about. I don't need to see everybody get healthy.
Yeah.
I just need to see them play.
Yeah.
You know that shit. That's all I want to see is play. So I think it's gonna keep our December a little bit more filled up, and you're gonna have some good games that's gonna be going on for these makeup games.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm kind of excited. I just hope it finishes and it stays consistent. And hey, what you got to say about it?
I mean, I'm just looking forward to the New Year to see who's gonna be my top 4.
Who?
And I like Florida. It's something about that Florida. Notre Dame, they played a team that wasn't fully, ready. So I just want to see how this pan out these next 30 days, if we're going to even have a season or even have a bowl game. So we got to, time will tell. So
time will tell. You like Florida? Florida's your sleeper team and your favorite? Or I mean, who's your favorite?
My favorite is Florida.
Okay, you ride with Florida. I'm gonna ride with Clemson with a 1 loss, getting there and winning that thing once again. Trevor Lawrence is gonna come back and prove that nobody can beat him, man. So I mean that's who I'm riding with, And
who you guys riding with? Who is your top 10 or top team in the college football? Leave your comment. We'll comment for you. Who y'all like out there? Who y'all think the powerhouse out there in college football right now? Who's impressing y'all right now out there, fans?
Yeah, that's what we want to know. Who was your favorite?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Who was your favorite amid this COVID football season?
This
man?
pandemic football year.
A lot of changes going on.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of everything. A lot of craziness going on, but they still managed to get these games in. Mm-hmm. So I mean, let's just keep it moving, man. We want to. That's game point, man. That's the first half, man. We're going to get up into this NFL. We're going to get up in a little bit what Robbie the Rocket knows in
knowledge of football.
Just in homage of Alex Trebek. We're going to have a game point Jeopardy going on a little bit later, man. See who knows what and what knows who. But this is game point. We're going to move to the second half. And let's keep it moving.
What's ours is yours. Digital online showcase. Water Me Sis. Game Point. Wazam, Coloring Castle.
Welcome back to Game Point on the AHRR Network, where we're always on point and never off point. We out here doing our thing and letting our nuts hang. You know what we do. You got your man Imp Goodnight and Robbie the Rocket. We kick it in the second half, and we talking about NFL football and those type of things. So we had some big games this past week. You had Brady, the Bucks versus the Saints. Brady versus Breeze. Two of the greats going at it. And one of them stood tall, and the other one looked bad. I mean, what you think about that game, first of all?
Nah, I guess I'll say this. Congratulations to Breeze. You're trying to, get that record, spread it out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You hold up, and then Brady hold up, and you blowed up. So, you know what I'm saying? Brady didn't have a chance. You guys were clicking on all cylinders. Everything went your way that day. I'm excited to see y'all play each other again in that playoffs when it really, really counts. But, good win, Saints, and keep it going.
Hey, my thing is, let me check it. Let me hit you with this, man. My thing is, what did I tell you last week? I told you once Brady gets into a conference that has teams with top-tier quarterbacks, he's not going to be that guy and running through his conference like that. And as we see, that's what happened. It could be an anomaly. It could be Brady's worst game of his career. Actually, it's the worst game that I've ever seen Brady start. But, I mean, could it be that he's old?
Well, good night. He has all those weapons and couldn't put 6 points up that night. It don't make any sense. Now let me ask you this. Do you think Antonio Brown was a distraction that weekend? And the preparation wasn't the same like it normally would be? That's the only thing I can think of.
Are we going to call this the curse? The curse of Antonio Brown?
Yes. I think he's a virus that makes teams. So, they try to cater to this man when they don't really have to. You can kind of see that offense wasn't in its normal way of playing that week because they inserted stuff for Antonio Brown. So that kind of threw their offensive scheme off. That's what I'm thinking.
What do you think about the coach, man? He throwing Brady under the bus every chance he get. He's saying Mike Evans was open. You gotta do your job, and Brady's not doing his job.
Picks. He threw 3 or 4 picks that game. Maybe they just wasn't clicking. It's like any given Sunday. Any team can win, any team can lose. So I'm just thinking that just that Sunday, you're due for a horrible game. And that was just one of his horrible games. He's got to, bounce back this weekend.
And shout out to JC Thrift. You talking about go Saints. Saints did their thing. I think they're gonna win the division, and that's the team to beat in the NFC right now.
Yeah, they got a 68% chance of winning the division. Brady and them got a 36% chance of winning the division. So, and the schedule was favorable for the Saints. So, they got a depleted 49er team they getting ready to play this weekend. Don't run the scoreboard up on us. But in my gut feeling, I just got a feeling we might upset they bust this weekend in New Orleans.
You could be right.
I don't. How you have them gut feelings like it's a trap game. They overlook teams that are depleted. They don't care. We don't got nothing to play for. They got more to play for than we do because they will keep the lead in the division. But I think they lay back. They got a hangover from that game against the Bucks. And I think my Niners might come in there.
Let me say this, man. You talking about a player. You talking about a vet. You talking about one of the best to ever do it. He's not going to let his team come in there and be laying down and looking over a sorry-ass San Francisco 49er team, a depleted 49er team. This is a team that you said just a few weeks ago that wouldn't win another game. So you think Drew Brees is going to – he heard you. And he's not going to let them win another game. So, man, we just going to go on and ride with that. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not listening to what you got to say, looking over, trap game, none of that. Asterisk, as you like to say. Whatever it is, it's no truth to it, So, we going to go. I'm riding with that.
When we down, we down. But when we up, you're going to be hearing my mouth again. Hey, best believe.
Hey, it's cool.
I give you that undercover blow. You just do a little undercover low blow at me. He just do a little undercover low blow, man. But it's good, though.
Maybe in another 20 years, man, we see them Niners getting back and doing their thing. Man, we got other NFL news, man. We're going to get to the game. No, let's get to this game from last night. And what did you call it? I talked to you earlier, and you called that game. What did you call that game?
The toilet bowl game.
The trash bowl?
I call it the trash bowl game. and the trashiest team won. So on a field goal, what kind of mess is that? The two worst teams in the football playing on a Monday Night Football. They could have put another two teams on there. It wasn't even worth watching. I thought the ratings were so low. Monday Night Football, probably the lowest ratings ever.
Man, I would have rather watched a sad love story than watch that game.
I'd rather watch Love of Basketball or something like that, you know?
Hey, I'm with you.
Yeah, man.
Hey, as a matter of fact, I just watched the highlights. I didn't want to see that. Because that game was...
It wasn't even worth $1 of milk money, like I say.
Hey, I'm with you on that.
Yes,
man,
sir.
What other owners news did you have? They had a nice owners meeting today. Don't you got some owner news?
Well, they said the owners passed a resolution rewarding teams that hire like minority coaches. How you feel about that? Like, the minority coaches, it ain't too many people on the training. They talking about if you getting executives in your front office, you getting coaches in your front office, they're gonna reward you. I don't know if it's money or they're gonna reward you some situations for you hiring minority coaches. And I think it's going to pay the ways for black coaches to get in the NFL and be head coaches. Because you can count on one hand how many they are, right?
Yeah, you can count on one hand. But long as it's better than the Rooney Rule that they used to have. And that Rooney Rule was trash.
Trash.
You know what I'm saying? You got to interview at least one black coach. I mean, the interviews they were giving these guys were, man, like...
Not even a chance.
Hey, hello.
Goodbye.
Okay.
We interviewed him.
Yeah, he's done.
They already had that guy in the back of their head. We got to interview his brother to make it look like we're interviewing. But you got to, shout out to Mike Tomlin, man. You know what I'm saying? With his 8-0 record right now. The Pittsburgh Steelers, that's a brother. It's a brother at the helm. I'm praying that the Pittsburgh Steelers don't lose a game. Because you remember them 72 Dolphins?
Yeah.
Right now, they sweating right now. And this will be the year of the pandemic that the Pittsburgh Steelers don't lose a game. And they go to the Super Bowl and win it all, and they'll be in a league of their own, like the 72 Dolphins. Because the 72 Dolphins in a league of their own.
Because that Patriot team sure couldn't do it.
And best believe them 72 Dolphins are watching you Pittsburgh Steelers. Because the minute y'all lose, they toast champagne.
They toasting.
You know what I'm saying? So keep up the good work, Tomlin. I got your back, man. Keep up the good work.
I mean, I'm gonna say Mike Tomlin, man, Hall of Fame coach.
Yes.
Already has a better record than his predecessor, Bill Cowher, who was also he's in the Hall of Fame right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's setting a standard for black coaches, man, and with Tony Dungy, But I got to give a shout out to Mike Tomlin, man. He did his thing. Mike Tomlin is even the type of guy that if the team's doing bad, he'd come out there and might give him somebody hitting the sideline. He might even put his leg out and trip a guy. That's the type of guy Mike Tomlin is, man. Do anything to win.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna ride with Mike Tomlin, man. He's a hanger and banger, and he does his thing, man. So I got some other news, man. They got to propose a new onside kick rule, and the rule is that you can attempt instead of doing an onside kick, you can attempt a first down at your own 25-yard line. If you fail, the opponent would gain possession at their own 5-yard line. If you get it, then you keep it moving and go on for a drive. What you think about that?
Now we're running. I mean, so you're saying that with an onside kick,
yeah, you have the choice to take an onside kick, or you could take a first down
at the 25.
At the 25, but you have one play to get a first down. And if you get the first down, your drive can proceed as it goes.
But if not, you get the ball back to the other team.
Other team at their team.
I want to keep it traditional with the onside kick. I mean, the odds you get an onside kick is very low.
It's slim.
It's very slim.
It's
like 11 of them in the last 10, 11 recoveries in the last couple years. So, I like to keep it traditional. I want to keep it the same way. They don't need to change that. No.
Okay, man. So, what is some big games? We got some NFL COVID. Is there some NFL COVID news you got over there?
Hey, the NFL COVID news. Ben Roethlisberger has went on the COVID list, and 3 other Pittsburgh Steelers players. So this week, Big Ben, I don't know if they got a bye this week or not, but Big Ben will not be playing. He's on the COVID list, and 3 other Pittsburgh Steelers as well. He tested positive.
If he don't play, that 8-0 record's in jeopardy, man.
It's really in jeopardy.
It's in jeopardy. We already seen the bums they got behind them.
But they got that boy up out of, was it Dobbs or Dawson?
We've already seen the bums that they have behind them.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if they can play with that trashy division over there, only team really giving them a run for their money is Cleveland, and they ain't really.
Baltimore's trash?
Baltimore, they just beat up on Baltimore. The
Are
coach, they gonna beat up on what ain't in the coach. The coach
ain't in
the
that
division.
division. I mean that division is not trash, man. Cincinnati can go ahead and beat them. Pittsburgh almost lost. They almost lost this week.
I don't see them losing it. I don't see them.
They almost lost this week.
I mean, Ben only got to go at 14 days. So, I mean, he'll be back next week.
Yeah, so we're talking about this week. If it ain't a bye, then...
Yeah, they might have a little problem. They may have a little problem this week. It ain't a bye because Connor playing. I seen on my fantasy, so they playing.
What do you think? I mean, who's your rookie of the year, man, this year? I mean, and do not put Tua in there. He's not in there. You know, he's nowhere near there. He's only played 2 games, haven't done anything. And I know you want to put Tua in there, but we're gonna go out of Burrow and Herbert. Who you got out those 2?
Well, good night. The man is great right now. He's playing good football. They just fall in the short end of the stick every week. Last second plays, they lose in the last 2 weeks. I got to go with Herbert because he looked better than he did in college right now. You know, and he's gonna get the rookie of the year for sure. He's playing on an all-time high as a rookie. His quarterback rating is in the top 5 right now. So I got to take Herbert winning that this year.
I mean, I probably would go with Burrow, man. Burrow was kind of holding it down over there. He's throwing 300 yards in consecutive games and holding it down. And there's another rookie. He's a running back. I can't remember who he plays for, but he's got about 580 yards already, and he's a 6 a month running back in total in rushing yards. So I gotta check him out. But it's really only them 2 though. And I'm gonna go with Burrow, man. I think Burrow is. Both of these guys are gonna be the truth for a long time to come. And I'm just mad that my Broncos ain't got a quarterback like that, man. I think Drew Lock is not the truth. What do you think about that guy?
The guy, I keep telling you, good night. You don't have a line. The man is running for his life. He almost came back and won that game Sunday. What you mean? I mean, you got to give that man at least 2 years to figure out what he gonna do. And right now, y'all fair weather fans. If y'all ain't winning, y'all want him out of here. So give that man a chance.
I mean, so in today's NFL, you got players, quarterbacks that are coming in making instant impacts. What makes you want to give Drew Lock time to get his stuff right? You got, and look at his division. Look at his division right now. You got Derek Carr, who's been all right. You got Mahomes. You got Herbert. Mahomes, they came in doing their thing. Never waited. Never wasted time. They came in doing their thing.
The word on the wise, though, one of my buddies, you know him, old 30 years old TJ, he told me, he said, man, y'all quarterback is the worst in the division. I think he's better than Herbert, to me personally. Herbert may have a little bit more weapons than Locke does. He got a better line than Locke does. Y'all is depleted like the Niners. So you can't go on. I'm going on what I'm seeing with his football technique is. And Locke, if he had a line and maybe one good receiver, if he had something out there, man, you wouldn't be having this conversation. You'd be like, man, we found a quarterback. He just don't have the weapons right now.
Jerry Judy's a weapon. That dude looking like he can't be stopped.
You double team him. Who else y'all got?
What are you talking about? Hamler's starting to do his thing. You got Tim Patrick out there. You got Noah Fant, who's a beast
So you're saying those players are better than the Chargers receivers? No. If Drew Lock was on the Chargers, they would have a better record right now. I think.
You think Drew Lock is that type of winner?
He's up and coming. He may not be a starter right. They may have put him in just a little too early. He may not be a starter yet, but he's up and coming. I like him.
Man, come on, man.
I like him.
Would you take him over Garoppolo?
Fuck yeah. Garoppolo can't read the defense. He's trash. He can't even read a defense. How you can't read a defense, Garoppolo? You need to get him out. Well, he's done with Frisco. We're getting rid of him anyway. They already said we're getting rid of him. You can't read a defense.
Well, who y'all gonna get?
All right, when they talking, sources said Kirk Cousins, Aaron Rodgers, or the BYU quarterback. We'll be drafting the BYU quarterback for sure. We're drafting him. But it's gonna be out of Kirk. We want that boy to come home. That Rodgers. We get that Rodgers over there in Frisco, man. You might as well book us in the Super Bowl.
I mean,
all our injuries, we got all them injuries coming back.
Your boy's coming home. He's not coming home no time soon. But let's go, man. Let's talk about something real quick, man. We talking about we touched a little bit on Antonio Brown being a cancer, and we got some comments coming in about him. So, and we have one that says he does mess up the team vibe, but should we penalize mental health? For mental health issues, or should the NFL get him help? You think the NFL should be responsible for Antonio Brown's mental health issues and get him help, or should he be responsible for it?
No, the NFL, if you know that we have problems, we all, as people, as all of us, we all have mental issues. Sometimes it can be something that we don't know that is mental. It's a mental issue. In this case scenario, you clash your head for many years. You don't know what this man's head or brain is thinking, if his brain is gone, if his mind is gone. And if you see that this person is deteriorating, you need to help him. And I feel that the NFL needs to help these guys like that, get them, get them right. So yeah.
So you feel the NFL should do it, that every employer should do this?
Yes.
So if your job sees you going crazy, you think they should be responsible for getting
my job does it.
They do it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You get 3 sessions free, and then after that, they'll pay your fees for you.
I mean, 3 sessions ain't gonna get you nowhere.
I mean, but that's a starter. You building a route. You have to go see them people. Some people gotta go see them people. Never be ashamed to go see them people. If you need to talk to somebody, talk to somebody. Because you never know what people are feeling or how you can help somebody. So always talk to somebody. That's our problem as people. We don't express how we feel, and it be too late. We're gone.
Mental health, man. Mental health is a big problem in America, and definitely you need to express things. You need to talk to people, and everybody should seek out the help that they need, because it's a big problem. A big problem in our community. It definitely is not touched and not tackled enough, and definitely needs more attention to. And hopefully, man, all these politicians and all these things start to realize that thing and start pushing more money and more funds toward mental health and getting that thing going. So we gonna end this segment real quick, and then we gonna come back with Ask the Rocket, starter sit, and we just gonna end the show on a great vibe. This is Game Point on the AHRR Network, where we like you to like, share, tweet, repeat, comment, and follow. Do your thing. This is Game Point, and we out. Welcome back to Game Point on the AHRR Network, where we're always on point, never off point. Man, we gonna get into these NFL power rankings real quick and discuss it, and keep it moving and get into some more fun things. So what you got there, Mr. Robbie the Rocket?
Well, with this week's power rankings, as you know, we got the mighty, mighty Chiefs at number 1. Pittsburgh moved up to number 2, which they should be number 1 because they're the best team in football right now. They haven't lost a game, but they're at number 2 lingering. Then we got them Saints. Take the bag off your head. You're number 3. We're not wearing bags these days. They at number 3. Then we got the Baltimore Ravens. That boy Lamar Jackson. They downplayed him in the beginning of the first half last week, but the man prevailed and went on and beat the Colts. So they had number 4. Then we got those Packers, those cheeseheads. They had number 5. Now, you know, it's the first of the month, and what you got to do, you got to pay bills. The Bills are at number 6. And the old TB, the Buckshot, Teddy Buckshot, the Bucks at number 7.
You come with some names, though. You come with some names, though.
You know what I mean? Teddy Buckshot at number 7. Then we got the number 8. You know, we was all talking about this guy was this guy was that. Man, Sierra, they just get that man some pussy this weekend. Excuse my French, but we got the sea chickens at 8.
Oh, man.
And then, you know, I'm trying to get on some of that Tennessee toddy all up in my body at number 9. And guess what? I know it's hell gonna break loose. I know hell got ice water. At number 10, rounded out, we got those Las Vegas Raiders. There goes those Raiders at number 10.
What you think about the Raiders cracking the top 10, man?
The Raiders, hey, hell got ice water. The Raiders in the top 10. They 5-3. They beating quality teams. They didn't beat the Saints. They didn't beat the Kansas Cities. Is the Raiders Super Bowl contenders? Super Bowl contenders, the Raiders?
They're probably about a year away, but Gruden's a hell of a coach, and he can turn these boys around. They went in there and gutted that team. They said we're gonna rebuild. Got rid of what's the tackle? I mean the defensive guy out there, man, that went to the Bears. That's killing.
Khalil Mack.
Yeah, they got rid of Khalil Mack. They got rid of the receiver that's with that.
Cooper.
They got rid of Cooper. They loaded themselves with a bunch of draft picks and turned that thing around.
You got 2 more years. About 2 years in Super Bowl.
I say about next year they're gonna be a contender for sure.
They play off this year though. Two extra teams.
Oh, they're definitely in the playoffs.
They definitely in the playoffs.
They're definitely
division.
in the playoffs. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I see them beating the Chiefs in their next game.
Yeah.
I mean, in that top 10, who you taking out? Who you putting in?
In my top 10.
Let's go in your top 5. Who you taking out? Who you putting in?
I don't think Seattle should be at number 8. I think they should be just a little bit around the Packer, Baltimore 4 or 5 linger, just for that one. They lost 2 losses, but they went into a Buffalo Bills team, and I think Buffalo Bills should move up 1.
Okay.
So I'm thinking Seattle should be moving. Seattle should be above the Bucks. I think they just a little tad bit better than the Bucks. They got a little bit more. They had a tougher division than the Bucks are. I mean, we can say it's even because you got the Saints, and you got them. You got in our division, you got the Rams. You still got the Cardinals. All the teams are 500 besides my Niners in the West. So yeah, I'll take the seats. I think the seat tickets should be a little bit higher as well. You know?
I mean, I'm in that top 5, man. You know who I'm gonna go. You know I'm gonna put in, and I'm with you. I'm even though they lost last week, I'm gonna put Seattle in it, and then I'm gonna take out the Packers. That's who I'm gonna take out.
Green Bay. They're not impressing. They're not impressing yet. Then that's all it is.
I'm just really not a Green Bay fan, man. And I really don't like Aaron Rodgers, man. He kind of always falls off at the end, but he does have a receiver out there now. He wasn't a first-round draft pick, but that boy is a baller right now, man. It was Devontae Adams.
Bay Area product. We breeze them in the Bay Area, man. We breeze the Brady's, Devontae Adams. We breeze them in the Bay, man. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
I mean, like green and Swisher Sweets. I mean.
And with Game Point, special tribute to Mr. Alec Trebek. Man, there's a couple questions, man, that I want to ask, man, the Rocket, man.
Okay, y'all can help me too. So y'all audience, if I don't know it, y'all help me. We gonna do it. We doing a trivia question. Y'all, it's me and y'all helping me. He's gonna ask me the question. If I don't know it, y'all can comment and help me if I need y'all.
All right, for sure.
Ask a friend.
Phone a friend.
Phone a friend.
All right, man. We going first one. Let me see what you know, man. Who has the better record as an NFL coach? Steve Spurrier or Nick Saban?
I'm gonna go with Nick Saban.
Nick Saban it is?
Nick Saban it is. Final answer.
Final answer. We're gonna go with Nick Saban. He was 15 and 17.
Good. One for one.
Spurrier was 12 for 20. Shout out to the Rocket man. We might be able to bet with him when we have our betting session this week because Robbie the Rocket seems like he on point with things right now.
I'm game point. It's about game point. You got to be on point. If you ain't on point, you can't be on game point.
Hey, that's what I'm talking. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. Man, all right. So we're gonna hit you with the next one, man. Who's the NFL's all-time leader in field goals? And I'm gonna give you the 4 answers. I'm gonna give you the 4 options. Mm-hmm. And we're going to go with Morton Anderson, Gary Anderson, Jason Hansen, or Adam Vinatieri.
I'm going to go with Adam Vinatieri. Final answer.
Final answer, you're right, man. Adam Vinatieri.
Wait, boy, I'm hot right now. I'm hot right now.
If I'm making it too easy for you,
I ain't making it too easy. I'm guessing.
The NFL lead. He leads Vinatieri leads the NFL with 582 field goals. Morton Anderson is second with 565. Maybe I should have asked you who was second. I bet you couldn't have got that.
I might have probably got it.
All right, let me see what your knowledge is because it's gonna get a little bit tougher.
Okay, get a little tougher for me.
A little bit tougher.
Get a little tougher for me.
So there were 7 running backs who ran for 2,000 yards.
Okay.
Can you name 5 of them?
O.J. Simpson.
Okay.
Barry Sanders.
Okay.
Emmitt Smith. Okay. Walter Payton. That's it.
You only got about 3 more guesses.
Can y'all help me out on this one? LaDainian Thomas.
Wrong. You got 2 more guesses, man.
I'm done.
Oh man, I knew it just a little bit harder than you did. I mean, and this was an easy one.
Who was it?
We're gonna go with Eric Dickerson, who you missed.
Big things. I forgot about him.
You're gonna go with Adrian Peterson.
I forgot about him.
We're gonna go with Jamal Lewis, who
I forgot about him.
We're gonna go with Terrell Davis, who
I forgot about Terrell Davis.
And we're gonna go Chris Johnson.
I forgot about Chris Johnson with the 2000. Tennessee Tighty went up my body.
And I think did you even miss? I mean, you got OJ. Did you pick Barry?
Pick Barry.
Okay, you got OJ and Barry. You know, Rocky, you were on a roll.
Man,
on a stroll. But what happened? What happened there? What happened?
My record's still 44-2 though, if you know what I mean.
Oh man,
my game is 44-2. Put out game 44-2, man. So my record is immaculate.
I won't even speak on mine.
I won't even speak on my record. Back. You know what I'm saying? I'm I rumble in the jungle, man. I'm rumbling and juggling, man. You feel me?
All right.
Rumble in the jungle, baby. It's rumble in the jungle on this, you know?
All right, name 2 of the 5 players who are tied with the most Pro Bowl selections at 14.
Okay. Who are they?
Name 2.
Sure, Tom Brady and Drew Brees.
Tom Brady and Drew Brees?
They got 14 Pro Bowl selections for sure.
Oh, come on.
They've been in the league the longest out of them 2. They've been in the league the longest, right?
Right.
So you don't think they both got 14? They've been in the league 20 years. Got him. Got him. You didn't think about them 2. I could get that's easy, buddy. They got 14 Pro Bowl selections. Brady for sure. Every year you go to Pro Bowl.
That is not. You're wrong.
I'm wrong?
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a couple more options.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a couple more options. So go ahead and come with some more.
So 14 Pro Bowls. You got to think of who played 14 seasons. You got to have played 14 plus seasons.
At least.
And
come on, man. Doom. Come on, man. I'm gonna give you a couple more, man.
I'm trying to figure out how Brady and Drew Brees is not on 14 Pro Bowls.
I mean,
Warren Sapp is on there somewhere too, probably.
Brady's on there.
Brady's on there.
Yes.
Yeah, he got 14 Pro Bowls.
Okay, so come on.
They got Brady, and then I'm gonna go with.
your help there? Somebody helping you?
Yeah, can somebody help me out on this one?
All right, man. You don't got it, man.
Who was
We're going to go with Peyton Manning. You couldn't pick that. We're going to go with Tony Gonzalez. Couldn't pick that. Bruce Matthews, you might not know nothing about it. Merlin Olsen, old school. And Brady has a record with 15. So you are 2 and 2 with questions. Let's see if you're going to end up on a winning note or a losing note. Are you going to look like the 49ers or are you going to look like the Saints right now? So we're going to go with, let me go of the reason, which of these three receivers averages the most receiving yards per game for his career? We're going to go with Antonio Brown, Julio Jones, or Odell Beckham Jr. Most receiving yards per game for their career.
I'm going with Julio Jones.
Ding, ding, ding. You got it right, my man. Hey. No fingertips. What you say?
No fingerprints.
I'm gonna get it right one day.
No fingerprints.
So you 3 and 2. You ended up with a winning record, man.
I'm above 500.
You above 500. Next time, man. I guess we see what M. Goodnight know.
I'm gonna have something that
M. Goodnight know a lot.
We gonna see about that, man. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna make it hard for it, make it difficult.
That game, I made it easy for you. That game might not be strong, but I know my knowledge is right.
Yeah, man.
But
yes, sir.
We just hit him with a starter sit real quick. Man.
Okay.
We hit him with a couple starter sits. Would you go with Eric Dickerson or Adrian Peterson?
I would have to go with Adrian Peterson in this situation. Why? I think he's a little bit faster than Dickerson and a little bit more explosive than Dickerson. So I would take AP.
Taking AP? Mm-hmm. All right, man. In that situation, I'm gonna go with Eric Dickerson, man.
Beast.
Eric Dickerson was like a beast in my era. Like he was like the one. You know, they were talking about Walter Payton, man. I used to just see Eric Dickerson, man, just do his thing with the Rams, especially when he was with the Rams. Like the dude was a straight up beast. I mean, he was the only thing the Rams had, man. They had Jim Everett, man, who Jim Rome was calling Chris Everett, got his ass kicked. I mean, I would go on him. We're gonna stay on running backs.
Okay.
Would you go with Terrell Davis or Emmitt Smith?
Emmitt Smith had a better line than Terrell Davis. Terrell Davis had to run for his life half the time. Was a great athlete. If I had to pick, I'm taking Terrell Davis.
You taking Terrell Davis?
Over Emmitt Smith.
You know who I'm going to go with.
TD all day long.
I'm going to go with TD, man.
TD all day long.
He did have a great line.
Now, if you want to go LaDainian in TD, that would be kind of hard. And that would have kind of got me. But I got to go with TD over Emmitt.
I mean, TD was like the most feared guy in the game at this time, even with the likes of your Barry Sanders and all them in there.
Walter Paytons and all them was there.
I mean, TD was a beast, man. Even though it seemed like a homer thing, but that dude couldn't be stopped, man. I always called him the creator of the cutback. Once that boy cut back,
it's ugly.
He was gone. And let's go with another. Let me think of another, man. And you brought up LT. Let's go with LaDainian Tomlinson and Le'Veon Bell in his prime.
We're on LaDainian all day long over Le'Veon. Gotta go with LaDainian all day long.
I'm gonna go with Le'Veon, man. Le'Veon was on pace to do a lot of things.
He was, but he didn't do it.
I mean, I'm saying his prime.
LaDainian was that dude. That boy could pop.
The thing about LaDainian Tomlinson to me is that LaDainian, he never showed up in the big games. Like anytime the Chargers would make a deep in the playoff run in the playoffs, he was hurt, sitting on the sidelines hurt. He was sitting on the sidelines hurt.
But LaDainian was that dude.
Oh no, let's go. No, let me switch it up. We're gonna go LaDainian Tomlinson, Marshall Faulk.
Ooh.
Starter six. Starter six.
You gotta go with the Heisman Trophy winner, Marshall Faulk, by far. He's the dude.
Marshall Faulk
was the dude. Man, Look, I'm a senior in high school. San Diego State had Oz Hakeem, Marshall Falk. I could have played with them my freshman year. And all I wanted to do, I wanted to go to San Diego State so bad just to play with Marshall Falk. That was one of the rawest running backs I ever seen coming out. So, like, you know, on my Friday nights, I wanted to run like that Marshall Falk. That boy was the dude. So you got to, man, Heisman Trophy winner, give me that Falk.
Hey,
right?
one of the few thousand receiving yards, 1,000 rushing yard guys that ever went through the league.
I got one.
Marshall Falk is he's like one of the best to ever do it.
I got one.
You got to start and sit?
I got to start and
sit. All right, let's go. Let's hit me with it.
Rest in peace, Aaron McNair or Dante Culpepper.
I'm going to go with McNair all day.
You going with McNair all day?
With Dante all day.
Randall Cunningham, Dante Culpepper?
Not even with a second thought. I'm going with Aaron McNair.
Aaron McNair?
That dude was a beast out there. He should have got him a ring, man. He came up about half yard short.
Yeah.
Aaron McNair was a beast out there, man. MVP, co-MVP 1 year with Peyton Manning. They should have given it to him. They didn't want to give it to him, though. You know how the NFL does, you know, short the black man. So
rest in peace to you, brother.
Rest in peace, man. He had one of them little love triangles going on, man. I'm glad to be here because something like that happened in my life a few times. But
I'm glad to be here too. Because that happened to me in front of me, so I'm glad to be here too. You know, if y'all know what I mean. So man,
hey,
you know, so I'm thankful. Cause like I said,
shit get crazy when you doing your thing.
You know, these women, man, you gotta watch these women, man.
Crazy, man.
That mental health. And go back to that mental health, man.
Yeah,
you gotta understand that woman. If that woman crying out, y'all, man, you know, second hand to be a friend. You know what I mean?
Hey, and shout out to the fellas in relationships, man. We gonna end it, man. And come on Friday. We gonna have Robbie the Rocket's betting picks. You know what I'm saying? Because this guy is turning around like
Robbie
a champ.
Greeks.
You know what I'm saying? He call himself Robbie the Greek.
Robbie the Greek.
And I don't know what I'm gonna call him. I don't know what
I hit this weekend, man. I'm gonna start charging y'all. I'm gonna come to my cash app. I give y'all the picks of the week, man. They're gonna get the cash at me, y'all.
And we gonna have a special guest. And shout out to all the little league champions.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a list. You know, you got the Spillionaires. I think that won a couple. You got the Falcons who won a couple. I'm gonna have age divisions and everything ready next week and ready to go. We got a special guest coming next week.
On that note, I'm gonna tell you, I was real impressed with them Colorado Junior Buffaloes.
Junior Buffs.
Y'all went out to Sacramento. Y'all represented Colorado in great fashion. It was a family thing. Y'all fell short at the end of the stick with them Pacers. You know, the Pacers breed them out there, man. Don't worry about it. Y'all get a second shot at them. But that quarterback, whoever that quarterback is, on that Junior Buffs, I need you on my show, man. I want to interview you. I want to talk to you because you something special.
Yeah, please. You
something special. 7th grade, and you slanging that ball like that, man, I was real impressed. So shout out to that quarterback from the Junior Buffs, Colorado Junior Buffs, man. I would love to have you on the show, and I would love to talk to you. If anybody know who that is, get at me. Inbox me. I want to talk to that guy because that guy is going to be special. He representing Colorado and great. Yeah. I mean, this boy was slanging it.
I see.
I wish I could have put the game on here today.
I mean, I see him. He doing his thing. And shout out to them Junior Buffs. They out there in Colorado representing. Shout out to the Spillionaires. Shout out to the Park Hill Falcons and every other champion that I missed. I will have a complete list and I will give y'all shout out on Friday. But we're gonna have a betting block, have a special guest. We're gonna do our thing. It's gonna be a little bit hype,
it's gonna be a little lit. We might even have a couple of drinks on the show this week. I might have to get the party started now. Let me stop.
They don't do it like that. This is Robbie the Rocket. Good night. We signing out on the Game Point on the AHRR Network, where we always like you to like, share, comment, tweet, retweet, repeat, and do your thing. All again. We out.
Thanks for watching. We appreciate you lending us your eyes and ears. What's ours is yours.